That was quick. All right, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, let's see, and we are live. Oops, wrong button. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's test this out. Awesome. How many of you heard Just Joe's Only God Knows Why from last night? It's pretty awesome. I wonder if I can copy this. Good morning, Deborah. Yeah, it was pretty good cover of Kid Rock's Only God Knows Why last night. That popped up in my stream as well. I just posted this. Thursday. Whew, the week is flying by. Enjoying my second cup of coffee. Well, 1.5. Still wicked hot. I tell you, you pay a lot of money for a Yeti, but that thing, good morning, mother, but that thing will keep a Yeti coolers, Yeti mugs, Yeti everything. Will keep things either ice cold forever or extremely hot for a really long time. So yeah, I would suggest spending the extra to invest in a quality Yeti product. No affiliation whatsoever. Yeah, they're fabulous. All right, so today, Thursday, I don't even know what day. It's the 30th. Jesus, we're almost done with July. Matthew, good morning. Are my wheels done? Probably not. Yes, good morning. Happy Thursday, July 30th. If you had a goal for July, tomorrow's your last day. Hopefully you've accomplished your goal. I'm a big fan, we'll get to like whatever we're gonna talk about today, but I'm a big fan of setting monthly goals. Oh, the best half of Matt has joined us this morning. Are you guys at least, obviously you're not on the same computer. So good morning, Val. So I'm a big fan of goals, obviously. And, you know, so I like to set little like micro goals per month. And I was actually talking to someone the other day and I had asked them, I was like, well, are you doing something every day to work towards your goal? It might not be 100% of, like if your goal is to finish Ironman now in 2021, since Ironman, for those of you who care, was canceled and it would have been last weekend, every day you should be doing something to prepare yourself for that race or for that event or for whatever your goal might be. So what I mean by that is it doesn't, it might be your workout. It might be your nutrition. It might be your recovery. It might be, your mobility. It could be any number of things. It could be taking 5 minutes to work on visualization of part of the run course that you're going to struggle with, which for a lot of people in Ironman is going to be coming up the hill and then making the left-hand turn, which sneakily, that's another hill that most people don't think about because they spend so much time thinking about the 14% part of grade. Or that you think like as soon as you get past the brew pub and the Hampton Inn that you basically turn around. No, you kind of end up in no man's land over, down by the end of by the corner of the lake past, by Northwoods before you turn around. So, there's all these little pieces that you can, maybe you work on that visualization. So there's all this stuff. And I was like, what are you should be doing something every day to work towards that goal, right? And So then if we break it down and we say, all right, so for the month of August, because that's 2 days away, I'm going to make a list of every, and again, like it doesn't have to be, if I miss my workout, if work is just too crazy and I'm not going to be able to get my 5-mile run in, maybe I'll get a 2-mile run in. I'm going to do something every day to work towards my goal, whatever that goal is. And for a lot of you, this was an awesome segue. For a lot of you, it's a continual work towards wellness, which is what we were going to talk about today. My eye looks really bloodshot, this one. It's really not. Oh, that's weird. It's a continual like battle to get towards wellness. What is wellness? Wellness is the state of being in good health, which I'm not a big fan of that definition because how do we define good health? I would define good health as having a healthy BMI or body fat, preferably body fat if you're an active human being. Having good biomarkers to like blood pressure, cholesterol, things like that. Especially as an actively pursued goal. So, good health, I'm not a huge fan of that. Like we could define that a little bit better, but overall, state of being in good health, especially as an actively pursued goal, a measure of progress towards wellness. So how are you working every day to get towards wellness? What are you doing every day? Maybe it's making a small improvement to your breakfast every day, working your way away from the Frosted Flakes and Raisin Bran to having a healthier breakfast option. It could be any number of things. And then the second half of today, Matt posted, he was in the other day, he came in to pick up his kit and everything. And he had said like, oh, I feel like I wasted the year. And I was like, well, you haven't wasted the year. You got a lot stronger on the bike. And there's a lot of other things as well that have changed, for Matt specifically in the last year. So, I'm going to take just a few minutes. And this is something that a lot of athletes are experiencing or feel like have happened with them this year. Like just because in October, November, December last year, 2019, you set out and you set these goals and you have a game plan and you are going to execute. And then July rolls around and you did not on any of those goal levels execute. So the year must have been a failure. Or like I've talked about in the past, do you fail and quit or do you fail and improve? That's the biggest piece of this, right? So if I say that I was supposed to do Sea to Summit last weekend, which the race happened, they ended up having 50 people. I think 50 people did it. 78 of us were registered. I deferred way back because we weren't sure how many cases Beth was going to be working with in the hospital, if any. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to end up with COVID. I don't want to have to it's just too much stress. And, the guy was like, completely understand. Let's defer you to next year or even the year after if you want. And I'm like, no, I'm coming back next year because the year after I'm going to do long course worlds in Switzerland. I haven't told Beth that, so you guys don't blow me in. But, so it was one of those things where it was like, all right, so my goals for that, other than to beat Joe Hatfield, and I've already told Joe that was one of my goals. I had very specific bike goals, run goals, swim goals. I didn't hit any of those. I also had a goal that I was going to do the Great Range Traverse. I haven't done that yet this year. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I had a goal to complete the Northville Placid Trail. I'm pretty adamant about getting that done. So those are all goals that I have for this year in the endurance world, right? So if I didn't execute on my goals to complete Sea to Summit I've only swam like twice this year, just, for whatever reason, mainly because I don't want to swim in Jamesville Reservoir because It's literally a reservoir of cow shit. And for everybody who swims in it, it's disgusting. And you probably shouldn't swim in it. But I'm also like, I'm not going to drive a Skinny Atlas and swim. So it is what it is. But I could say that I wasted a year. Or who's going to babysit? They're going with us, Mom. Jesus. The kids need to see Europe. It's where all the good people live. Plus, then we can do a whole grand tour and see all of our au pairs. So I could have said like, yeah, I wasted this year. Sure, I did. My bike fitness isn't where it should be if I was going to race next weekend, or last weekend rather, you know. Or I could say, well, I changed. Everything evolved differently. So, you know, Parker's with me at the office today. So I could say that I wasted a year, or I could turn around and say, where have I experienced growth? So sit back and look at like, what else have I improved upon? Well, I've improved upon, you know, other areas of my fitness. You know, what held me back? What held me back from achieving these goals? If I failed to meet these goals, was it a poorly set goal, or did I fail to meet that goal, but now I know what I need to do to improve and to get better, right? So what will I change, and why did I allow these other things that held me back? Why did I allow them to hold me back? And then how can you prevent that from happening again? So again, taking that quick inventory and being like, all right, so what prevented me from hitting that goal? What are some of these obstacles that I faced, and how am I going to overcome them? Because if Parker, come here, bud. Park. Come here. Want to be on the camera? Okay. So if I'm going to let these goals, if I'm going to let these let's call them failures, derail me, am I going to fail and just give up, or am I going to fail and improve? If I fail and improve, then it is definitely not a failure. That's growth. And that's one of the things that oftentimes we feel like, oh, I failed, I gotta, you know, poor me. No. Don't spit. Deb says, hi, Parker. It's not poor me. It's, I just got my ass handed to me. I gotta reformulate my plan and make sure that I can execute better next time. And I gotta grow, and I've gotta adapt, and I've gotta overcome. So no one's gonna pity you more than more than you are yourself. So you have to want the outcome more than you want that temptation, just like we've talked about. So those are things that if you feel like you wasted part of this year because your fitness isn't where you want it, or your career isn't where you want it.
Daddy, you got 2 pictures.
You've got 3 pictures up there, and a picture with Nina. That's you.
And that Nina?
That's Nina, yeah.
Who got the cane?
Nina's got her cane, yes. That she uses to whip you, huh? No. You know, so that's really like, you have to think about how it applies to your life. All right, go play. If you allow yourself to be held back because of what you feel that you quote unquote wasted, or how you failed this year, then yes, this year was a waste. If you look at it and you say like, you know, where did I improve? Wow, you know, how many KOMs did I get? How many sprints did I get? How many miles did I get on my bike that I didn't get last year? Like there are always areas in which we've gotten better. Maybe you got to spend more time with your kids, which allowed you to create a better bond with them. Or maybe you got to spend some more time with your spouse, which creates a better bond with them. Or maybe not. Those are all things that you have to look at. No one else can tell you how those outcomes have changed for you. But if you feel that this was a waste of a year, take a step back and say, all right, where have I grown? What held me back? Why did I allow that to hold me back? How can I change that? And like, what am I going to do next year to make sure that I don't do this again, right? So, all right, that's it for today. A little bit of wellness and then a little bit of like self-reflecting on some of your stuff. Hope you guys have an awesome day. I've got Parker in the office because he's got to go to his yearly appointment with the doctor, just, you know, check up stuff. So he's rocking with me in the office this morning, and then it's you know, back to them playing at home. So I got to take advantage of my kiddo while I got him, because normally I don't have one, I always have a pair. So get to spoil just one at a time today. So tomorrow, I don't know what time. Tomorrow, Jerry's going to be in the office with me. And yeah, I don't know what time that is. So Jerry may be on tomorrow. So stay tuned. But I will see you guys tomorrow. It's Thursday. Have a great day. Enjoy the weather. Try to get outside. Be active. Be safe. Practice your social distancing. Keep your masks handy. And we'll see you guys next time.